Hello, everybody. I'm 3 minutes late. Sorry. It's 7:19 here in Ireland. Good to have you all here with us. And today we'll keep going our studies, the Spirits book studies, Spirits books comments here. So it's good to have you all here with me. I can see people are joining. Again, apologies for my late arrival, but I'm here. I just had some problems with my laptop. It restarted, so now it's fine. Okay. While people are joining us, let's do our initial prayer. I want to invite everyone to raise up your thoughts. Let's make connection with superior spirits, our mentors of this study group. Ask them to enlighten ourselves, those who are watching us, those who will watch us in the future. May give support for those brothers and sisters who are in the hospitals. Let's send good vibrations to our brothers and sisters who live in Ukraine, all the leaders, in order to return the peace and the serenity over there. So be it. Amen. Okay, my friends, let's start here. So, last Thursday, Nate was with you guys, and she said she's talk a little bit about reincarnation, and today we go more deep in the reincarnation. We will understand what's the purpose of a reincarnation, why reincarnation exists. So we will go through all these. Okay, just remember, we are studying chapter number 4, book number 1 from the Spirits book. Okay, we are on question 106.7, 106.8, 106.9, and 107.71 today. So we will talk all about it. Okay. So and the main question, it's 167. The Kardec asked the spirits, what is the purpose of reincarnation? And the spirits, very simple answer in 2 lines: expiation and progressive improvement of mankind. Without it, how could there be justice? Okay, this is just 2 lines, 2 rows, but it's a lot of content here, a lot of material to explore, to dig in, and to understand. Okay? And I want just to start with the point. Reincarnation. Reincarnation, it's your spirit will reincarnate in a, let's say, material world or in other world, and with the purpose of progress. Okay? Why you are saying this? Because we can go to question 132. And question 132, what they says? What is question? What is the purpose of incarnation of spirits? To reach perfection, they must endure all the tribulations of the corporeal existence. There lies the expiation. Okay, so the reincarnation exists. We will create to progress. Okay, we were made simple and ignorant, and our task, our job, our purpose is to evolve until we reach the perfection. Okay? And in between creation and reach the perfection, we needed to reincarnate. We must have the corporeal experience in order to expiate. Okay? We will go deep a little bit what I mean about expiation here. Okay? Let's understand first the reincarnation. Okay? So we have one life and many existences. So far, so good. So reincarnation, it's the act of a spirit incarnate in order to have a corporeal experience. Why they do this? They do this to improve, to expiate, to do an expiation. Okay? Okay? So, saying that, let's think about the word expiation. Expiation is something bad, Stevan. I don't know. All depends. Oh, expiation is something good. I don't know. It all depends. But depend of what? Depend of the purpose you are here. Let's say this. Every time when we're thinking about expiation, we're thinking about like suffering. We're thinking about something very bad to us, like something is very awful, is tough to happen, blah, 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 blah. We think like this. Okay? It's like I like this example. It's like when a judge, okay, a judge after he listened both sides, he gives the sentence, okay, and everybody thinks that the sentence is a bad thing. Okay, so a penalty, it's a bad thing. Everybody thinks like that. Why? Of course, I cannot say I am suffering. Like if I would spend like 10 years of my life in a jail, 5 years, 25. In some cases, in the U.S., they have death penalty. Others cases like life jail for life, depends. Okay, and we think it's bad. Let's think from the other side, from the justice side. A penalty, an expiation, always comes in three aspects. The first aspect is an educational purpose. The second aspect, it is a preventive purpose. And the third aspect is retribution purpose. Come on, Stevan. You're telling me I my penalty is spent like 25 years in a jail, and you tell me this is an educational purpose, a retribution purpose, a preservative, a preventive purpose. Oh, come on. Let's see. Let's see. Don saying here, most states have voted to no longer have that penalty. We are getting better. Great news, my friend. Great news. Great news. Great news. But let's keep going in our study here. What's these three aspects here? When a judge give you the penalty, the purpose of this penalty, it is education, because we're going to teach you the intention is, once you receive your penalty, you will spend some time thinking about what you have done. It's an aspect of retribution because it's a consequence from your act. Action and a reaction. Okay? And it's preventive because we want this doesn't happen again. From the justice eyes, you were sent to jail for 5 years, whatever, in order to think about your actions, to think that what you have done, it's wrong. So you're suffering the consequences of it. And supposedly, when you finish this penalty, you learn the lesson. This is from the justice eyes. From my eyes, who receiving this penalty, it's a bad thing. I will be locked for 25 years out of the society. It's going to be bad. Okay? It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Then we can look to question 614 of the Spirit's book. Let's go there. 614. Here's the first question. It is the first question of the chapter of moral laws. And Kardec asked, what should be understood by natural law? Natural law is the law of God. It is the only one appropriate for the happiness of men. It indicates what they ought to do or not to do. Man is unhappy only when he gets estranged from it. what I'm saying here. An expiation, it is a penalty. Okay? And not a punishment. If you want to go a little bit further, you go to the chapter 7, item 16 of the Heaven and Hell. Let's say again. Let's use example. Let's use example here. Let's use the example from chapter 9, the Gospel, John's Gospel. It's the blind man. Let's use this. And the disciples asked to Jesus. They saw a born blinded man, and they asked Jesus, who sinned, him or his parents? They ask the parents because in the Mosaic law, it's believed that the son will need to overcome the faults made by their parents. So you inherit the consequences from your pre-intercessors, let's say this. Okay? And Jesus surprisingly said, none of them. And what's the beauty here? The beauty here is none of them. Why? Because that blind man, in his reincarnatory process, he chose to come blind. For any reasons. We will not enter this. For many reasons. For many, many reasons. He decided that in order to become a better person, in order to improve his development, in order to undergo some difficulties that disease is going to compensate years and years of reincarnation. I don't know. But this is a trial. Jesus didn't say it was their parents, or it has consequences from his act. See? What I want to mean here. If Jesus says, oh, it's a consequence, so perhaps coming blind is a punishment, but it is not. Oh, Stevan, and those babes who born already with problems, no, blind, those with cancer, with those terminal diseases, I don't know. They didn't, why? Could be many things. Could be an expiation. Okay? Because at the end, it's not because I did something bad to you. I will suffer the consequences, of course. But it's not because I did something bad to you, I will reincarnate with some problem. No. Why? Because we said it here many times, there is no punishment. If God punish us, this God is not God. Why? All these decisions is made by your free will. It's you who will request that expiation or the trials in order to improve. It's you. You will prepare your reincarnatory plan. It's not because you did something there. Oh, based on the episode. Why? Why I'm saying, oh, Stevan, but say, if I have a row, me and one person, and we fight and we kill each other, next time we will win. Maybe. And this is go totally in opposite way what most the spirits is saying, because they're saying, oh, you will reincarnate. No, because one of the natural laws that God's respect, it is our free will. Oh, still, but that is a compulsory reincarnation. Yes, it does. Hold that thought. Let's finish this one and we go back to this compulsory reincarnation. Okay? We are talking about here someone lucidity, with lucidity, and with perfect point to make the decisions. Okay? So, you die and you have a problem with that person. And from the spiritual world perspective, you would say, well, I still have a row with that person, but let's use Don here. I have a row with Don, but what's gonna happen here? I need to reincarnate again. Well, maybe not. Maybe I try it, but I am not evolved enough to overcome that problem. So perhaps we will go to different paths. Or when we are there, we know, oh, no, silly me, silly, don't, let's try again, Yes, let's go. And you decide to come again. So it all depends on you. Everybody it's is evolving in different ways, in different aspects. There is no, oh, this person is more evolved than the one. No. Perhaps I have some qualities and you don't have. But you do have qualities that I don't have. It doesn't make me better than you and not making you better than me. We are all in the same level. And we are the ones who keep blaming everyone, who keep saying, oh, I'm suffering because I did something bad in the past. Oh, come on. I'm suffering because, oh, I'm expiating here. I'm in this life because I need to expiate. Come on. Unfortunately, you don't have enough, it's not knowledge. Yeah, let's use the word, enough knowledge to know if you are here on earth by an expiation from caused by a consequence from wrongdoings, or if you are here in the trials in order to get better. See the difference. See where Nobody's incarnated for suffering. The incarnation is an opportunity to improve. Oh, Stevan, but I'm suffering. I had a tough life. I I don't know. I went through, and I'm still going through some very bad moments in my life. Okay, great. Have I choose all these problems? Maybe not. Maybe you are overreacting, or maybe you need to go through this and you have requested it. But at the moment you are listening these, at the moment you know this, we need to stop, find someone to blame for your sufferings, for everything is happening badly in your life. There is no one is guilty here. We are just here trying. We are just here practicing. Like a baby when he's learning how to walk. Before the baby walks, he will fail for quite a while. Until the moment he gets his balance and he walks. It's like us. We are learning how to walk, guys. Falls is a consequences, is inevitable. But because we are fall, we will speed up our process and get back on our feet and get our balance and move forward. This is what we need to understand about reincarnation, guys. We are not here. Oh, I killed that guy and so I will born my son. I don't, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just in the future, because let's say if at the end you discover that person needs to go some experiences because they thought they were ready, but unfortunately he was not ready, so he will go under some other experiences, and perhaps maybe in a future when he acquired those skills, you both will reunite and say, okay, you're ready. Oh, I learned, Stevan. Now I learned, I know what to do, and we need to go through this and we will succeed. And then, okay, let's reincarnate. Let's reincarnate. And what about the compulsory incarnations? It does exist. Yes, it does. And it happens when you don't have this conscious to choose what is best for you. You don't have the competence to know what is good for you, what is bad for you. In a such way, the mentors, the good spirits, they prepare a reincarnatory plan, and you need to go to it based on facts. Oh, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go. There's too much suffering. I want to stay here in the spiritual world. The material world is too difficult. We undergo so many problems. We undergo so many circumstances. I don't want to go. Let's compare this episode. We now we are in a phase of children are having the vaccines. Okay, let's assume you are a parent who decided to give vaccine to your children. Okay? Even though you have decided your children will take the vaccine, the little guy or the little girl will say, no, I won't. No way. They put a needle on me. No, it's going to hurt. I don't want. Then you go into the pharmacy and the nurse prepare the syringe. And the little guy keeps saying, no, I don't want. And you, dad, you say, yes, you're going to do. No, dad, I don't want. Yes, you're going to do. No, dad, I don't want. And suddenly just listen and scream. He got the vaccine. From the perspective of the little boy, it was a punishment. Because the needle, pain, it was a punishment. From the perspective of the father, I am saving his life. I'm doing this in order to avoid a future disease. Same action, two perspectives. This is what happened to us in our incarnation. Again, we do have one life, but many incarnations. And it's up to you how you want to see it. Put yourself in the position of this boy. You're going to scream, you're going to shout, you're going to think your dad hates you. You will not talk to your dad for years, months, days, hours. You do something not in order to revenge your daddy. But at the end, he was only trying to do good. To, I don't know, perhaps save your life. We don't know in the future if you have a disease and because you have that vaccine, instead of being in a hospital and die, you just take some pills and everything is going to be fine. I think this is the most clear example we can think about it, about in relation to reincarnation. The good spirits, they act as the dad. Is that they use the dad's character here in this story. They only see for your good. They are seeing the future. They are seeing how you're gonna improve, how you're gonna get better if you do this. And you will have your perspective because you're suffering, you're having problems, and you just think someone's having fun on you. You just think my social media is blowing up, Leah. I think everything is fine. My connections is stable. Are you listening me okay, guys? Let me know if everything is fine. Okay, thank Don. Thank you. Okay, so keep going here. I'll be. Let me see. Let's see, it's better now. Okay. Oh, it's good. I'm just sorry. Okay. Good. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Robbie. So, this is what we need to work in ourselves. This is what we need to understand what is better for us. Always we will have two sides. When someone go in front of a judge, the judge will decide based on the facts, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be right, because the truth nobody knows. You always gonna have my version, you always gonna have your version, and the truth in the middle. And the judge, it is trained in order to go to the most right uh, 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 most right part, most right story. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, and this is reincarnation. And Kardec says, this is Kardec, not the spirits. The doctrine of reincarnation, which consists of accepting that man has many successive lives, is the only one that is in line with the idea of God's justice, with regard to those of a lower moral stand. Why justice? Justice here is because you are free to decide what you want for yourself. I don't want to evolve now. I'm a rebel. I don't want to evolve. Fine, great. No problem. Like a dad, when you have their son, they decide to go on drugs. You explain, you give the better education, you show everything, you talk, you are very present, but your son decided to go. Dad's gonna suffer, of course. You see how in seeing your son suffering, passing through some difficulties, of course he will suffer. Of course. But that's not what he can do. It's 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 out of their powers. But what we do, I'm suffering because of this. I need to blame my dad. I need to blame my mom. I need to blame my brother. I need to blame my teacher. I need to blame my employer. I need to blame the society. I need to blame a lot of people except me. I am the victim here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Which is completely wrong. Nobody's a victim of anything. Nobody's a victim of your actions, because your actions is your consequences. Okay. Okay, let's see what Mother Kardec says here. So, is the number of corporeal existence limited, or must a spirit reincarnate endlessly? Let's think about it. Let's think about it. If you have to reincarnate as many as you need, There is no a certain number. You're going to say 10 times, 20 times, zillion times. No, it depends on you. And we will only finish when man has shed all impurities. It no longer needs to undergo the trials of a corporeal life. What I can guarantee to you, my friend, we are just in the beginning. This I can guarantee to you. We are just in the beginning. More to come. More to come. But more to come. But when we realize the words we said today here, how 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 is this process? How's how the how it happens in our life? How is our commitment to life? How is our role in all this? Once we understand this does not avoid us going to problems, either expiation or trials. This is not at all avoid. But when we understand this, we will face that problems with a different angle. We will face that problem with a different way to see things, to see the world. And for sure, I can guarantee this problem will last less time than it should be. Why? Because you learn. I'm face a problem. I know this, but I need to resolve. What I need to learn from this situation, what I need to learn from that episode, how I improve myself, how I open my mind, how I go out of my comfort zone, how I resolve this without harm anyone. How I get better, how I become a better person, a better father, a better husband, a better friend, a better cousin, a better son. How I'm going to be is up to me. God is okay. If you take 1 billion years, or if you're going to take 100 billion years, fine. It's up to you. Okay? Happy days? Let me see if I forgot something. No. I think everything is here. Everything is here. Let me know if you have any question, guys. It's. Did you understand? Did you get it? You can disagree. You can agree. Feel free, my friends. This is just my interpretation and based on my studies here. It's easy to say, but it's very difficult to try to put our hands on. But if you really learned, or you are really listen what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure next time you're going to face a challenge, you will remember, try to do something different. Try to not to find someone to put the responsibilities, or try to who is the guilty one. Just react and overcome. Don saying here, it's all clear. We are creating our own life, and it's not someone else's fault. Perfect. That's it, Don. And this is the reincarnation. This is the God's justice. Remember question 614. We will only suffer when we go away from the natural laws, which is the God's laws. If you are suffering, oh, I did something wrong. Something is not correct with the natural law. Let me check it out and let me fix this and go back to the track. It's simple like that. But how to do it? How to make, it's up to us. It's up to us. It's up to us. Huh? What do you think, guys? Hmm? Great. We have a a clear. Let me see, Leah, what she's saying here. I certainly did not ask God to have my dad be murdered by my mother. What kind of lesson is this at 5? Massive forgiveness. Leah, I would say nobody comes with a mission to kill someone. Killing someone, it's completely out of the natural law. So for sure, he didn't came. He didn't come with that mission. It happened. Why it happened? Perhaps because he's not ready. Unfortunately, they thought when they did the plan, they thought, oh, I'm ready. But unfortunately not. And your role in all this, it is forgive. It is forgive because, again, when they prepared their reincarnatory plan, they didn't say, oh, I'm gonna kill you, or no. They went the best. But for some point, our dad, our mom were not ready. And they fail. And you, in all this role, need to understand, because it's not because your dad is bad. No, he just perhaps is missing some lessons. He's missing some opportunities. But your role is to forgive. Forgive because he's not ready. I give an example, like if a baby kick your legs, probably gonna hurt, but he's a baby. You say, hey, go to mommy, you know? If I kick your leg, you're gonna look at my face, hey, what's going on here? Let me kick your leg. Perhaps your dad is a baby. He doesn't know what he's doing. What I can guarantee to you, they didn't decide to do it before they come. Okay? Okay? Yes, there is freedom of choice. It is by them. It is your freedom of choice if you forgive them or not. Let's say you know the right way is to forgive. You know, if you can't do it, at least try. Forgive doesn't mean forget. We said this many times here. But you know what to do. And you can start in this incarnation the forgiving process. But as you said, you have the freedom of choice. Okay? Leon, missing the start. What time does this begin? It's always 7:15 Irish time. 7:15 is gonna be 4:15 in real time. I hope you're okay there, my friend. I just heard about the rain, what happened in Petropolis. So I hope you're okay. Let's do a final prayer here today. Okay? Okay? Uh, let's finish. Yeah. Let's finish. So I want you to say thank you, everyone who joined us today, who you watch this. I want to say thank you for the superior spirits. I want to say thank you for everything we have received. I want to extend this prayer to our brothers in Ukraine, to our brothers who passed away in this tragedy in Petropolis, for all other brothers which is in a bad situation and we don't know. May these good spirits comfort their hearts. So be it. Amen. Okay? Okie dokie. It's wonderful. Wonderful to have you all here. I had it as 5 p.m., Leon. It's gonna be probably end of March when starting the summer daylight. So probably is there. Okay. See you next week. Enjoy. Stay safe. Stay well. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Okay, my friends? Thank you. Bye-bye. Enjoy.